Okay, so I'm going to cover this. One easy to talk about clip, all right? Sit through this one because this is going to impact the game more than you might realize. We also got to cover a few bits of little drama. I've seen some comments about why us YouTubers suddenly care about world politics. I'm going to address all of that. So if you're just here because you want to see a salty DM, you're going to get a salty DM today. If you're here because you want to know about the Russian news and what's going on, you're going to get that. If you're here because you want to know about the updates to the game and what it means for the future of the game, you're going to get that. And I'm going to throw in a bonus tip. There's a way you can actually probably profit a little bit off of this unfortunate circumstance as the typical raid player. So let's get into it. First and foremost, let's read it. As a response to the ongoing suffering of our employees and the people of Ukraine, PLARIUM has decided to remove all the games from the app stores and cease accepting PLARIUM Play and PLARIUM.com payments from Russia and Belarus. And to further notice, remain focused and committed to providing financial, operational, and emotional support to all our employees who are regrettably caught in the middle of this. This safety of all our employees and their loved ones is top priority. We'll get through this together. You and these are stream. So first and foremost, let's address the elephant in the room. Safety is still their primary concern. Not everyone is safe. Literally, some of the cities are getting bombed that they have offices in. My buddy lives in Kiev. He's an American citizen. I talked to him today. It sounds like it is a little bit rough over there. Okay, to give you an idea. So, first and foremost. Second, the biggest elephant in the room here is the fact that the Russian community in Raid Shadow Legends is absolutely massive. If you didn't know, the Russian community is about half from what I can see. I think it's actually like 37% or something from the little bits of data I have, but it's a huge chunk of the Raid Shadow Legends community, so much that they have all the other languages in one little point here, and then Russian has like 5 different tabs that you can just scroll through for all the Russian people, because there is a lot of Russians who play this game. So them removing their ability to access the game has done a few things in game. One of which is it's going to drastically lower their revenue, and we're going to talk about how that can influence PLARIUM in a moment. It's also influenced the arena. So at the moment, Platinum Arena is stripped down a lot. Not all the players can get in. I don't do Platinum Arena, so I won't know, but I'm hearing it's way easier. And you can climb like way before Platinum reset and just sit in it and not get sniped out of it. A lot of the Russian players aren't able to access the game or play the game right now, and so they're legit just screwed. Now, I don't know whether or not VPNs are going to allow the Russians to get around this. I don't know. I do have a VPN. I won't be linking it. The video is not trying to profit off of Russians who get fucked by this war. That's not what we're doing. But if you are a Russian and you're trying to find a way around it, I'm sure you can find a VPN. I don't want to go into details about trying to break their rules, because they are obviously stating here, basically, they're declaring economic warfare on the people of Russia. They don't want your money. If you're a Russian, they're saying, we don't want you as a player. We don't want you as your money. That's what they're saying to you as a Russian at the moment. And they have every right to do that. People are literally getting killed in their country by Russia invading. If they want to say, we don't want your business, that seems like a fairly reasonable response. Regardless if you're a Russian who believes the war is a good or bad thing, this is one of the things that happens when a war happens. There's going to be economic impact, and some of that economic impact is going to sadly have it where you can't play your favorite game every day, guys. I'm sorry. So that's kind of the bad part of that. Now, let's talk about the good part of it for the people that are still playing at the moment, because this impact is so, I mean, there's no good part, but let's just try to make a positive thing. The people that can still access the game, there's a lot less people in Arena. That's a little bit easier. The other part is there's going to be a giant break time between now and new content. We know new content's obviously going to be influenced. When you're running from bombs from your office, you can't exactly be programming. So new content coming to the game is going to be delayed, meaning that we have a little bit of a downtime here where you can probably hoard some resources. It's something that I've said for many years is one of the best things you can do in almost any mobile game is just hoard until something comes along that you actually want. And now is probably the time to hoard. There's not going to be a whole bunch of amazing deals going on right now. I would just be stacking resources and waiting for some kind of welcome back special or something. So if you just want to talk about minute benefits for you in the game and you don't care about the rest of it, there you go. That's something you can do. Try the Climb Arena in right now. Maybe you can get into Platinum for your first time. That's how you can benefit out of it. Okay. However, this is really bad for the health of Raid Shadow Legends. Not having about a third, half something like that community is going to be very bad for the game's overall health. That's less money coming in the door, which means less money going out the door in forms of advertisement, which means less incoming players. Now, Raid Shadow Legends has a very high turnover, and we need that fresh blood of new players, both as a YouTuber who wants to get views from the new players, as well as somebody who actively plays the game and doesn't want to see the game die. It is heavily reliant on a revolving door mechanism where we have new players coming in. And at the end of this video, I'm just going to address this real quick. There's been some comments, and not just on mine, like, I don't know if it's the same person, but there seems to be these comments going around on any video where anyone talks about anything related to the Ukraine, saying like, why do you guys care now? China invaded Taiwan, and there's child slavery, and there's Kony 2012, and all this stuff, right? It's like, why do you care now? And so here's why. One of which, if you can't tell, a lot of us content creators play a game called Raid Shadow Legends, and PLARIUM is literally within the Ukraine, in the city that's one of the major cities that's being invaded, Kharkiv, okay? So that seems stupidly obvious. I don't know how else to put this square block into a triangle peg for you, genius, but basically we're talking about something that's literally what all of our channels are based upon. So if you can't understand that level of logic, right out the door. There's nothing I or anyone else can do for you. You need to go to some kind of you know what? You need help. Okay, you need help if you can't understand that. The other point, which is maybe what people are trying to get at, is why do we suddenly have morals about this, but we don't have morals about things like, you know, Taiwan or Free Hong Kong or any of these other things that are happening? Well, I'll try to give you the answer you're probably looking for. Is you just want to hear why we're evil people. So I'm going to explain an honest answer for you, which is that it's really hard for Americans or Westerners or anybody to look at things like China and say China is the big bad, China is a big problem, because a lot of our products are made in China. A lot of our economy is tied to the Chinese economy. So what basically happens is the second we start looking at the morals of how China makes its money or uses its labor, we're basically looking in the mirror at our own morals. And a lot of us Americaners here is what I'm going to call us, are really good at cognitive dissonance, where we can separate us being part of the reason there's a problem and the problem. We can basically separate them and say, there's a problem, we have nothing to do with it, no matter how much we might be continuing to grow this snowball of a problem. And so that's why we can't address other things in the world, but it's really easy for us to stick our nose at Russia and Putin, because we've kind of been at Cold War with them forever, and it's not like our economy is tied to everything. Yeah, we could go oil and all that if you really want to talk that, but it's not like our economy is really tied to Russia in an economic sanctions kind of way where we could really be in trouble. It's just Russia. They don't really make the majority of our stuff, right? And then the Ukraine is sort of it looks like it's the person the bully's picking on, so it's really easy to jump into their defense and all that. Okay, so if you're looking for a reason that all of us YouTubers are evil trying to do a good thing, that's why. We're unwilling to accept that, you know, other bad things are happening in the world because it makes us look at ourselves too. Okay, look, if that's what you need, there you go. Have a great day. I was also a vegetarian for a number of years. I'm no longer a vegetarian because I got sick of being the animal rights guy who would spend time trying to explain why we should be careful with our money and where the money goes, because the money is basically, you know, paying for torturing animals before you eat them and all that. Yeah, I never even cared. I never thought it was a problem eating them. I just thought the way we killed them was fucked up. I stopped caring about that too. I got tired, I got bitter, it's a bigger problem than I could handle, and I honestly think that that's the majority of the people. So if you can't understand that level of honesty, there's nothing I or anyone else can ever do to help you understand why some people care about some things and not care about others. It comes down to mental energy, cognitive dissonance, not wanting to be a hypocrite, and looking at yourself in the mirror. That's what I think. Okay, just one man's opinion. I could be totally wrong. It could just be that a lot of us aren't informed, and the media of the West is way more pushing certain narratives than others, and there's all those arguments to be made. But again, I'm not a politician's channel. I'm a mobile gaming channel, and that's the point of why we're talking about this, which is why I don't go into all these details when I'm talking about this. I don't feel like when I talk about the Ukraine, I have to go up here and defend why I'm even talking about the Ukraine. It's the place where the fucking game that we built our channels are made, and they're running for their literal lives. It seems so stupidly obvious to me that we're going to talk about it. Even if you just want to look at us as an evil YouTuber, bro, it's a war. Like, what's more, look at the way the media is talking about it. Everyone's talking about this. It's the topic right now. If you want to think about anything sinister, just throw that in the mix. I don't know. But there's this weird conversation of like everything YouTubers does is evil and some of us care about some things. It's never just like, I'm just a dude who woke up and popped up my green screen. I mean, look at this, dude. My place is trash right now. I got fucking snacks on the ground. The door's open. The cat's out. I mean, God, I'm just a dude out here making videos. Like, there's no level of like corporate entity and PR team behind me. So I'm honestly just sick of like these people who think for some reason everything's a fucking 800 billion IQ plan. We're just talking about the obvious thing that's happening. So that's the last time I'm going to respond to that. But we are going to see massive amounts of impact because the Russian players got kicked out of the game, and that's kind of a bummer.